How much do you care about what they think? There are a lot of people who live their lives in a small way, often at the expense of others, especially me. Even me. Probably because I was cocky, am cocky. Sometimes you can tell by the way I walk into a room. Shoulders back, head high, watching everyone and everything, I can't help it. Not the cocky part. I don't think I am. I know. I'm not. I am confident in a way that comes across as that way. Sometimes, because of the way I was raised, which is a Gen X cliché, latchkey kid at kindergarten and first grade, watching my younger brother and responsible for him staying alive, carried over into my young adulthood, and further my grandmother used to say to me, "You've got a 6'10" soul." What she meant was that my 5'9" frame carried the swagger of a big guy. She meant it for me to stay humble. But it had the opposite effect. I suspect I have heard people describe me before. They have never used the words real or vulnerable, even when I share some super secret squirrel shit about growing up, or time in Africa or California, time when I talk about how the walls come down, and the thoughts wash up at mile 18, too weak to do anything but let them roll in, wave after wave of mistakes. And in 55 years of breathing, that is a long line of mistakes to list and remember, to repeat and remind myself. Here's the reason to be humble. Here is the reason why this didn't happen or that didn't go the way it should, here and now. A long list of suck, past and present tense. You sucked at this, you sucked at that, you suck now, and you will suck more. Failure. You failed at this, you failed at that. You are failing now on all these things, and if you keep going, if you keep trying, you will fail more. We all know failing is bad, because some teacher way back when told us F meant failure. And if you failed at algebra, then you would fail at life, except I have never used algebra in my adult life because I chose jobs that did not require it. My papa told me I'd need to know math to build things, to calculate square footage and measuring and cutting, do one twice so you can do one once sort of things. He held a pencil behind his ear and used it to write on 2x4s the answers that he needed. He said it was algebra because you're adding fractions. So in a way, he was right. I sometimes use algebra as an adult, just not for work. And if I fail at it, I just cut again. Plus 2x4. S now are really 1 to 2 by 3 1 4 base S. So I really measure 3 times before cutting once, so I don't fail at it. Again, which is how I look at F now, learning. Not an indictment of character, but an opportunity, a chance to get it right, a chance to try one more time. Even if I suck at it. Because the next time, I might not suck as much. And the time after that, even less. Or more better. If you like the blues. Maybe that's why I keep my head high when I walk into a room and look around. I know a lot about every single person in that room. Every single person in that building. They suck too at something. Maybe at a lot of things. That's why I'm so confident about so much. I know it's not a character flaw, and I'm working every day to be a little bit better than the day before. Until I hit the goal, 10 foot tall and bulletproof, I'll stop growing inside and out once that happens. Just not today.